The final of the debate is what is coming next. The judges are set and ready, and I believe the contestants, that is the debaters, are also ready to showcase their debating prowess to actually entice us with their eloquent speeches that are very much needed here. So the ones who went to the final, the two debaters who are going to contest are Mr. Yunus Ambai and then Mr. Seni Jite. According to the judges, Mr. Yunus Ambai, you are the first to rise to the podium and then actually speak on the debating topic that should be the final. Yeah. Okay. So, Mr. Yunus Ambai, you are welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon to you all. I am back here at this moment in the finals of this debate. According to the topic, the Gambia's competency-based curriculum is a copycat and it doesn't fit the needs and aspirations, or it's not fit for purpose, which I definitely disagree. First and foremost, we are saying the Gambia's competency-based curriculum is bad. That's what I agree on. It's not correct. It's very inappropriate. It's very unfounded. And it does not fit the needs and aspirations of the Gambians as far as education is concerned. Before I go further, I would like to define few terms here. What is curriculum? Curriculum is from the Latin word currere, which simply means to draw out. It means to design what is to be taught in schools, what children or learners need to learn at the end of their learning journeys. When you talk of the competency-based curriculum, it emphasizes what learners are expected to do, rather than mainly focusing on what they are expected to know. This is definitely right. The definition is succinct and it is correct. However, the fact that we are talking about a specific country, that is the Gambia, renders this statement inappropriate and incorrect, and therefore it does not fit for purpose. Why do I say so? According to the objectives of the competency-based curriculum, it focuses more on knowledge, skills, and abilities of students, which allow for self-paced progress and provide students with the support they need to succeed. The competency-based curriculum does not support what we call manifest function of education. In education, there's what we call the latent function and the manifest function. The latent function is the intended purpose of education. What the teacher intends to teach the learner at the end of the lesson. That's what we call the latent function. The manifest function is what the learner knows or what the learner achieves by learning a particular skill or knowledge outside the objective of the teacher or the instructor. That's what we call the manifest function. So considering the CBC, that is the competency-based curriculum of the Gambia, which is yet not effective, which is yet subjected to verification, which is yet in terms of hypothesis. It is not observed by the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. It is not implemented at the moment of speaking. This tells us that there exists some lacunas, there exists some areas where the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, alongside the Ministry of Higher Education and Research, Science and Technology, are skeptical about. They believe that this competency-based curriculum has some weaknesses, which if I highlight for you, you will definitely in totality agree with me without no iota of reservation. First and foremost, I would like to go on for the weaknesses that this competency-based curriculum highlights. One of the weaknesses is it focuses on observable outcome and performance and not on the learning processes. Learning is not only about the rote memorization of information, it's not only about being able to practicalize what you learn, but the ability to learn values, skills, knowledge, and attitude that are important in considering what we call a proper behavior in life. Therefore, the competency-based curriculum is, for example, teaching how to make a mobile phone, but not teaching people what the impact of that mobile phone is, what do you need to learn in order to prepare a mobile food. The competency-based curriculum is just geared towards teaching you how to make a mobile food, rather than telling you or giving you extra information on the implications of mobile foods. That's why it is very narrow-minded. Secondly, another problem is accreditation of underpinning knowledge. What I mean by accreditation, the competency-based curriculum does not foresight for long-term learning or for long-term skills, but for only short-term skills. And it is said, according to the competency-based curriculum, the less time you spend, the more chances you have. The more time you spend, the less chances of job that you have. That's what my speaker may not know about when he come here. Another issue of the competency-based curriculum is fragmentation of training and learning, few connections between tasks. Modules are based on uniform strategies which are not equally appropriate for all learners. Learners of different places have different abilities. They may be in the same classroom, but they have different abilities. So the competency-based curriculum is saying that all learners should have one specific skill, which is not fair, because we are all built differently, we are all skilled differently, and we are all able differently. So if you are not able to be a very skillful person, the competency-based curriculum is saying you are not fit for that. Therefore, it renders your education useless. I thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yunusambai. We now call on the opponent, who is Mr. Seni Jite. Seni Jite, you have chance to rebut and also make your deliberation.
Okay, are you set? Are you done? All right, thank you very much. I learned that the first thing that I learned, because repeating myself as the sociable Gite, when the going get tough, the tough get going. This is the word from Chronic. I will take him back to this word. That today you have do away from the motion that flows. And I will take you back to the motion. It said, this house believed that the competence-based curriculum being by MOPSI is a copycat. You should have agreed to this statement. And does not seem to address the need of our society. This is the motion. So let's get back to my aspect where I don't have to dwell on what you did already. Now the competence-based violence, it strengthens communication and collaboration. What does that mean? It improves communication. How do we communicate? How best we can improve our communication skill? Because communication is one aspect of understanding. Whatever we do, if we cannot communicate, effectively, it has no use. And to adjust so that collaboration, which is the key to achievement of anything in this universe, if there is no collaboration, we would not have been here. This is some of the taxes that the curriculum-based activities plan has laid. And what does the word copycat mean? To imitate. What is wrong with imitating what others are doing? If we don't learn in this aspect, how are we going to learn? As learners, we are bound to imitate and then do as others are doing to gain ourselves an advantage. Now, it also improves our critical thinking and problem-solving ability through research. How many times do we have to invest into the unknown? Because knowledge is only gained when you dig into the unknown to adjust onto what is known. This is the aspect that we have to linger on. There is nothing yet to be done. How many times are we referring ourselves to knowing than doing? Competence-based curriculum is telling you to do rather than know. It is triggering you toward doing than knowing. Because how much you do depends on how much you think you can do. Let me refer Chronic to the Magic of Thinking book, written by David Swart. If you read the book, you will come and tell me, Jide, you have said that what you have to say. It is not yet over until we also allow the fat lady to sing. Now it also said creativity and imagination. Creativity, the ability of the mind to function and see outside the box. This is creativity. How many people are creative? We have to learn to know to be creative. We are coming even in school to know After knowing, we create what, out of what we know. This is the reason why we are coming to school and imagine beyond imagination itself. Now, digital literacy. Look at what they did. Today, the world is running through the digital aspect. How many of our errands are solved through digital areas, digital materials? These are all things we cannot, in fact, this is not debatable. The task is best known to all of us that the improvement of our thinking skill is enough for us to do what we wanted to do. How best you do depends on how much you think you can do. You have to know to believe to make it work. Competence-based, curriculum, activity plan is improving. Why is it competent, in fact? To tell you that this individual have what it takes to do this task is what it means. So competency is enough for him. In fact, I was disappointed when he had against this statement. Why is he here in the university? He wants to be competent and capable, and that ability will help him to do his work effectively. That is why he comes to the university. Like any of us, we want that competency. So I think I will give him, this moment. If I want to go, I think I have given a summary, a clear evidence that this man is, in fact, is beating about the bush. When he came, it is not an insult, it's the fact the topic was not well mastered, and that is why he was able to succeed in the first round. But that was my brother's mistake. I am here to cover him here. I will show him that one mistake is enough for me to solve this equation. I will show you how simultaneous equation works. Certainly, to let him know, everyone in this life, not only it's about us ourselves. We all want to be at another level. So if we are not competent enough, in fact, we will not be able to express ourselves in very many platforms. We come to upgrade ourselves because we want to be competent enough for any task that is given to us. That is the reason why we come to the university, and no one can against that reason. I think I have given a clear summary to this man to learn a lesson. The next time you come to this platform, you know exactly what you have on the paper, so that your words will not haunt yourself. You were palpitating, not ready enough to give them enough information. I will tell you this. This word that I'm telling you is what is happening in curriculum-based activity. I have exhausted my moments. And in fact, I am going further. Summary is good if you know. Thank you very much.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is unfortunate. He came here and started entertainment. Here, we are not here for a razzmatazz or a razzle-dazzle here. We are here to give our points that will excruciate your opponent rather than ginger the audience. Please come here with tangible points to defend your narratives. First, when I told him about competency-based curriculum, I thought he is a very thoughtful person. I thought he's a very thoughtful speaker, but he is very myopic. He is only defining it down competence. The key important element here is whether it is fit for purpose for the contemporary society of the Gambia. It is not. One of the criteria that you measure here, you made mention of the components or the criteria for competency-based curriculum, which is communication, collaboration, critical thinking, problem solving, imagination, citizenship, learning to self-efficacy, digital literacy. These are all words, bunch of words that exist. But was the Gambia prepared for this? Is the Gambia prepared for this? We are not prepared for this. You learn personnel who train people on competency-based curriculum. Competency-based curriculum is not included in the national curriculum. Therefore, it tells you that it is a hypothesis. Hypothesis means a tentative guess, which is subjected to verification. So therefore, it is not in effect. It is not in reality. He is just there trying to bully me here personally. However, what has happened has happened. Past injustice should not divert us from the present action or the most pressing issues. I therefore thank the judges for giving me little time. Thank you.
That was an entertaining one. And then I did not know actually we have debaters who are very much good at maths. So my uncle Mohamed Dawo, perhaps you can see Seni Jira for the simultaneous equation he made mention of. so Pam is very good at that. So we'll wait on the debate, the judges to actually do their judgment, and then whatever they come up with, we will take that to be the final results for this debate.